We're not gonna wait on it.
Oh, just okay. Stoneman, red. Josen, red. Antigone, red.
Feuchtmaß. You want it? All right then. We've got a few more minutes to get here, so in the interim, St. John, if you wanna go down. How'd you max? You go. So we got. Okay, coming in, literally, just let the fingers peel straight up. There you go.
Us.
There you go. And somebody bought a new car.
Yeah, a nice one, let me tell you.
Progress.
Here. Not here. Here. Don't cheat it going, that's not even a mile anymore. That one. It's like somebody came off their fat wallet a little bit.
It's been years in the making, man. Don't be fooled.
Us.
She had a class that ran late today.
What?
I thought she had a class that runs late on Wednesdays, no?
You talking like kids class? Or
Yeah,
what?
I thought there was a class that runs late, so you always start a little later on Wednesdays.
Oh, well, it depends, well, he has one that ends at 6, and him being him, if they're in here.
It'll be later.
it was late. Now I'm tracking what you're saying. When you're ready, jump in with Sandy. Sandy, please.
That was pretty good.
A little bit bigger on both arms.
Us.
On the beginning here, for lack of a more delicate way of saying this, you're really cheating this first stance. Just like every time, well, it's like everything we do, I see hip hand, right? So, just like every contact, if I wanna make a stance this way, what's the first thing I have to do?
Look in that direction,
What's the second, yes, what's the second thing I have to do?
move your feet
To where?
to the,
You go where I want you to go.
move the feet to the nickelback.
No. No. If I do 10 of them, just do the first motion, the first part of the exercise. Alright, go. We'll have to work on that. To make a stance this direction, the first thing I want, eyes and voice. With the feet, I wanna make a stance in this direction. So if I'm doing 10 no count, I wanna make a front stance this way, there's a pivot to a front stance this way. So I look, I step back to a front stance, and I pivot to a front stance. Right, so same thing here, but I can't make it
Go forward.
cat stance.
No, it looks good, I'm just saying.
Well, I can, but
Don't confuse
I
it,
can't
it's
walk.
standard cat stance.
So what I wanna do is make a mirror image cat stance.
So we're gonna do, you kinda did the YouTube,
Mirror image cat stance.
like you were standing up, but,
So here,
there's no stance.
I prep this foot behind me for this cat, and
That's
I
good though.
pull.
You just love it?
Yeah,
You know, I wouldn't mind it, I love it.
and drop. Boom, stand up. Same thing here. Prep, pull, boom, pull. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was good somewhere. Good, keep going. Are you nervous or did you not eat again?
I did eat welcome
Okay,
comfort.
why are your legs shaking? You feeling okay? I guess is what I'm asking.
I'm feeling alright.
Okay, keep going.
Puss! Puss!
Okay. Sage in like every concept or everything you do should be based on your body. So what I'm gonna say, take with a certain mindset of, I'm gonna describe textbook, and of course it's gonna be slightly modified, because we're all built a little bit different. With these, as much as you can, you want it up, like Pinon Nidon, not across. So just like in Pinon Nidon, when I'm here, I'm gonna come up. Same thing here, same, I wanna come up as much as I can, not so much thinking around. And here on the end, when I come back, again, as much as I can, I want pinky sides together and elbows close. Now, little skinny gummy people don't match. We're never gonna match. But I don't want this, because all of us can get a little closer to that. So as much as you can, without getting crazy about it, elbows are in. Because one of the things that we're potentially doing here is getting between somebody's arms and the top. We're coming in here, and I'm palms facing until somewhere eye-ish level, you'll feel it in your back where it wants to peel out.
Pop the elbows a little bit.
And pop the elbows a little bit. And then, just like the end of Pinon Yondan, boom, everything together, and finish from there. Continue, please.
On, these, when you're doing these, this hand goes all the way back,
We're gonna step in, uppercut,
Up here, and then it goes.
back
all the way.
fist, down
It
block.
does go all the way back.
But only on the down block.
You trying to trouble on this?
I thought
Get to bring my hand back down,
Yeah.
trying to make that lever.
Side,
It's a down block, then
uppercut, back fist, down block. That electric field from your battery jacking your brain up, or
we get it, we get it. It's been
a
a
lack of
long-
road
long
noise
week.
making you
It's been a long
insane? While he's in here doing cuts, his keys are in there.
Oh, yeah?
You see the new ride?
No.
Oh, look at the new ride. Parked right in front of the window for you.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the tires going from here.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we need to get here more around like 10:45 because we get to change for spots. Because
Hut!
we're gonna be here like 10:45.
Hut!
You don't know where it is.
I know it doesn't matter, because all I need to do is just get close to it, you know that, right?
Oh, maybe I don't really know.
Maybe you have some trouble doing this.
Right?
There's something I keep struggling with. Yeah, try to help me, maybe you'll feel something.
What do you got?
I don't know why, but on my left side,
Huh?
when I do this, my hands get confused. It should be. See,
Okay, yeah, you're,
I don't know why in my head won't. I'm fine here.
right,
Look at that, look how quick I do it.
okay,
But when I switch,
right. There's something about
there's something about this
the right
that
hand.
my mind,
When you're coming off of, let's break it
and
down.
I don't know why.
Maybe this, we'll kind of break it down piece by piece. You're up here, you made it to here. It's parry, block, switch, pull.
So,
So, you're up, you're down, you know, now, see, you're throwing in an extra, like, from G.
It's not
Okay, so-
simultaneous?
so what am I, so
Okay.
it's here,
Right hand, parry, block, excuse me, change them, pull.
Alright, so, let me do it. So,
Parry, block, yeah, rotate them.
maybe that's what, I'm not thinking of this as a parry.
Okay.
I'm not thinking, hey, when I'm here, I'm doing this first, and because on this side, that's not how I look at it, I'm going like this. I'm going,
Well, physically, that's what
it
you're doing.
is, you're right.
What, I don't
It
know
is,
what
I just
you're
did it slowly,
thinking
you're
about
right.
it, but
But I'm not passing my body, but I should really be passing this arm.
you should really.
Okay, so you
Well,
want
and
this-
again, to the extent, to the natural
Yeah, I
extent.
can, but I was doing this.
Right, it was a little short, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I looked at it as something came in here, and I was doing something and grab.
And
All right, but
you're not
I
wrong.
think that'll help me hook. Let's see.
Too bad I was doing that every time. No?
I know.
I had that down. I thought that was
There
it.
you go. I think that will help me.
Okay.
I have to think of it, like you said, think of just this movement first, not all of it together. Because Miss Becky.
Hut!
There's nothing wrong with throwing a little like that,
What?
what you were doing, Ken. Should the taillights have flashed on your car?
He's going.
I'm busy, so this is priority right now.
No, I'm serious, they blinked, I don't know.
He might have done something, I don't know. He's in there.
Oh, he's in, okay.
Yeah, you thought he was joking?
Oh, I thought he was joking, I didn't see him climb in. I
Yeah,
saw
he-
him. Okay.
Hut!
Tell me at least you farted in it.
Well, I overshare, but my mom came in and did that, and I said, she said, I got a Christmas son.
I just put my greasy butt in there.
Hey,
Hey, slide in there.
Cars are designed to be
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
What?
Why am I so slippery?
I got my phone at 8 last night.
One.
Been waiting for a minute, so I finally can.
That's awesome, bro.
It's here. I told my wife.
Is that what that 190 or what is it?
Actually, they.
What do you
changed
think we're
it.
doing here?
They're on 190s, they just have the S or the
What do
S
you
flat.
I
I'm not doing.
don't know specifically, but my mind is getting.
0 to 60 for
Yeah.
6 seconds.
Okay,
I mean,
absolutely.
What do I need? This does it for
That's a good one.
2.4.
A lot of people think block,
That's probably
but I personally like the double punch.
What, dude? Yeah, the flat, faster.
Look,
I do we think we're doing
Flat
that?
is like, it's like 30, 40 grand more.
Perry.
I was very, what?
No, not Perry.
I can't
Thrust,
remember. It's
thrust,
fast.
where thrust is.
Right, but, I mean, I'm not gonna get.
At one or past one.
Probably
Well, I
a
just-
hammer
yeah, I just
is
want to see
catching
it.
the limb.
It's taking me.
So,
Yeah.
You see it? I'm getting used to it.
No, no, no.
But I like, I'm just, again, doing round, yeah, you know what I mean? I can, even,
See the width that you
I
have
feel less
here?
secure,
No, no,
I'm
no,
used
I
to
didn't say
it.
move.
I can just,
Observe.
now I gotta,
Right.
be careful. So, and even.
Little bit straight.
Because it's kind of like,
Because you're absolutely right, that's
it
one
says it's
possibility.
clear, but I'm used to
The
looking.
other possibility is.
You understand what I mean? It's one of those where you have to learn to trust the
When you're doing it
computer
confident,
power,
you're extending
because
so
if you
far,
look,
you're
there's
literally
cameras. There's cameras that also
Be cognizant of
the way they do it, it kind of blocks your blind spot. So I'm looking, I don't think, that can't see. So the camera showing me, I'm not comfortable just stuff to the camera. But you can get used to it.
Enjoy your weekend. I pray for you on Tuesday.
Well, I'll be here tomorrow all day. A little primer. And then I'll be gone.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be here all day.
Yep. Summer junior.
This is super memories for that.
What? Whoa.
Oof.
Whenever you're ready, just come on out.
Okay.
Just take a look.
Yeah, we're gonna take off in about 10 minutes, so just stay with it.
Anyone, little decimal points you're seeing, they're maybe focus on it.
Let me watch a little bit closer. More concerned about Juan getting, go down there.
I don't know.
No. Come on.
What?
Alright,
Like
see?
every other time, you're all
Okay,
bad.
so,
Yeah, reach in.
and then I will do this again. One day I'd like you to show me, hey, this is the bump cut to this kind of thing, because when I see one. Alright. I guess it's something that's cool. I could go there.
Pause. Alright, Greg's asking a good question, so might as well spend about 10 minutes working on it. Everybody come in.
What?
What? But that low, like, this is like the day one kind of phone guy that you'll see most people, step middle punch. Exactly what I want. So he's gonna step middle punch. Yeah, exactly. I want step middle punch. this one may or may not come. Depending on what I want.
Never ever do that, but I get you.
Okay, well, this is omote, or, yeah, omote,
What's up, multi?
outward, okay. Kata does this, so this is the one. Okay, outward. What would I actually do here?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
You see what happens with his head, this.
And same thing, you could really just,
And again,
or you could choke, you could probably go up and choke, whatever.
Here, I'm probably not gonna do this, on most people. Here, I'm gonna get him to do that. Now, because I like to choke people, I'm probably gonna come here. If I'm moving real quick, this. Yeah, go to the other side, so, same thing. Same time.
Glad you shot, I never heard that, was never in my mind, so I'm glad you showed me that.
If we're in, here, kind of thing,
Yes.
that's around, and we, here, this way. Kind of thing. If he like comes into grab, and I can take his back. Just,
You're not, you're, right,
Is that still the same?
well,
It's
this
one guy,
part,
so it's loosely
this is
translated.
more of the down and up. Taking that line, and that hurt. Okay, 'cause actually I'm kind of shooting low here, if you catch it like right here at the base of the skull, and then roll into that jaw, that's okay. And then when we come back up,
Cause that's that same area that can knock you out, really, right?
actually, it's not this one.
No, I thought there was one here that does it too, or,
Oh, sorry, yeah. Right
oh,
there.
that'll knock you out?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking more like around this place because it's usually the place where we do the blood choke, don't we?
We get
The
from.
what, Joe?
The blood
Oh,
choke.
okay. But from the angle that I'm going at, it's hard to get in there, so more of that kind of glancing,
Yes.
kind of thing. So when we're talking about bunkai, the way that I look at it now, more or less, isn't what I'm doing, but what could I be intercepting along the way? So, you know, I'm in here and I'm going down, what are the possible things that I could be striking along there? Am I using the front end, am I using the back end, using the back of it?
Yes.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. It really depends on what you're doing. Answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, that last one, I'm like, I don't know if I even know how to, but I'm glad I saw it, cause, okay, there's something. And with it, what you did is the same, that bunkai was loosely translating that movement and turning it into, a fighting movement, basically. Cause some of it looked a little different, but
Right.
it's the same concepts of, you moved them over and then did this, but you didn't necessarily do every,
No,
this,
and bunkai shouldn't be that way.
every, this.
I'm trying to,
But some of them seem more exactly in line with the movement, and others look like, okay, they took a piece of it and turned it into the movement.
right, you're absolutely right. That's the difference between omote bunkai and order bunkai, hidden bunkai.
Okay.
So the omote is, I'm doing exactly what the kata does, in exactly the same format. That has a limited practicality at that point. So most bunkai ends up in some form or fashion being ura in some way. And so, again, it kind of comes down to what we're looking at and where we're going. So, trying to think how we put the, like in kata, like a block in a kata is not necessarily, like if I'm doing middle outside block, it's not necessarily that I'm doing middle outside block. It's that this is representing all possible blocks in this format. So even kata does like middle outside block, middle outside block, shuto. It's kind of a placeholder for all blocks. You ready, Sifu?
Yes.
Oof.
Os.
Join us.
I need to run the back.
Okay.
But I will join you guys. Sorry.
Camera's running, let me know when you wanna
Yeah, so
change
when I
those.
need to tell it, I'll just say next slide.
Be fine.
Okay, ready?
Oh, ready when you are.
Perfect. Greetings.
Os.
Good to see you again. So today I'm going to start my 5 elements Qigong series. All of Qigong is going to help you in your martial arts because it builds internal power, which directly translates to external power. It is the soft side of things versus the hard side of things. So right here we have the Chinese 5 elements. These are actually the same kanji as Japanese, or Japanese. These are not like the 5 elements in the West that you see like fire, air, earth, water. This is a whole different thing. This is actually an ancient Chinese philosophy rooted in Yin Yang, which is its own ancient Chinese philosophy. Very, very old philosophy. It's actually older than Tai Chi. Tai Chi is based on Yin Yang. So everything is Yin Yang. And what is Yin Yang about?
Balance.
Exactly. That's the key word. Go ahead.
Balance, but between positive and negative energy, is
Right.
what I understand it with usually as a sign, the yin yang side signifies there is always a little bit of yin inside the yang and vice versa.
Exactly. So the next slide here. Yin Yang. This definition here I find is the best definition of Yin Yang. This is by my Qigong Sifu Anthony. Yin and Yang are opposite, complementary, interdependent, and inseparable forces that together form a complete and harmonious whole. In other words, harmony, balance, like you were saying, between the positive and the negative. Now the white part here is the Yang, which is the positive, the high energy. There's a lot of things related to Yang. The opposite is Yin, cold, dark, negative. And this Yin Yang, like I said, is rooted in all of Tai Chi, Qigong, Kung Fu. Okay, next slide. Okay, so now this is how it's all going to relate to the elements. And we don't have to get, you can go on and on and on with this, but we're going to just do a little bit here. This is actually part of also traditional Chinese medicine. So right here we have the wood element, which is what we're going to address today.
Would you like me to try and expand that a little bit? Zoom in a little bit? Is that good for you?
Can't see it.
We won't be able to read it regardless, we're listening more than.
Okay, that's fine, yeah, I'm just trying to. Yeah, so each element is associated with all kinds of different things. You have an organ system, parts of the body, an emotion, the seasons, all this stuff. So today, we are gonna focus on the wood, which is the spring season, which is what we're in right now. And that is, according to Chinese medicine, a great time to nourish those meridians and balance your emotions associated with that season. So anger is associated with the spring season and the liver meridian, okay? So why do we need to balance our emotions?
We don't go cuckoo. I believe anything in the extreme is not good, so
Yeah,
that's find a way
again,
to.
excellent. Begin now again. Anger is usually associated as a negative emotion in the West. In Chinese medicine, it's not, and this is how they look at it. Excessive anger is negative. Too little anger is negative, okay? And in the middle is righteous anger. that's your balance. Okay, so excessive anger, right? You're just all out of control, you're out of control. Violent, all this stuff, bad. You don't want that. Too little anger, why is that bad? Because you just a pushover. You could let people boss you around. You might need to stand up for yourself. You might need to get out of a negative situation. You need that anger to fuel you. So what we're going to do in the Qigong is let the Qi sensations that are connected to the organ system, which is the liver, flow appropriately and smoothly. That's the key. Is that too much? It's a lot to digest, I know.
We don't know yet.
Okay, it's a lot to digest, but the good news is,
There will be a quiz in class, so.
yeah,
take
the
it.
Qi will flow where it needs to go, so you don't really need to worry about all this. I'm just, introducing it to get it in your heads, and as you practice Qigong, the 5 elements and yin yang plus will become more clear to you.
Yes.
Okay, alright, and I think we have one more. Yeah, so today, just be a little bit aware, we're going to be working on the liver and the gallbladder meridians, which, I don't know if you can see, it's a green. They start right around the liver area, on the sides, and then come down the leg, and end at the inside of the big toe. Yeah. So we're not, we're encouraging the Qi to flow through those meridians, and that will hopefully help balance anger. Okay, any questions on that? Okay. So we're gonna build on the first 2 movements I showed you 2 months ago, which very popular movement for getting Qi before you do Kung Fu is the lifting sun and moon. So we're gonna have palms of our hands here, and we're gonna inhale gently through the nose, exhale gently through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now this is something you set your own pace. Last time we had some people start to hyperventilate, so if you feel that you're getting too lightheaded, slow the breathing down and make it more gentle. So you don't have to be all, again, balance. Yes?
This is a question because I've done this stuff before, so I gotta ask. Diaphragm, in or out when we exhale?
Yes. Exhale. Depends if you want to do the belly breathing or
Yeah, I was
not.
gonna ask that next.
You can go
I'm doing
either
belly.
way.
Okay.
Okay, some people prefer the belly breathing. With this one, you go either way. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, do you feel relaxed, or do I need to bring you through another relaxation exercise? Feeling good? Shake it out a little. Okay, so we're gonna come back to these are important. This is our Qi ball. Holding the ball.
Doesn't matter which hand.
No. And so we're gonna now it's spontaneous breathing. You're still inhaling, exhaling, but you're gonna rotate the ball. It doesn't have to be coordinated with the hands. We're just warming up. So you may want to think about what sensations you're feeling between the hands. Are you feeling warmth? Are you feeling tingling? Anything?
I'm feeling warm.
Yeah. If you feel anything, that's good, because that's the Qi flowing.
Magnetic field
Mainly
that kind of hits through your fingers.
tingling, mainly tingling.
Okay, yeah, me too. My hands are actually getting really hot now, and they were cold before I came in. Okay, inhale and exhale down. Okay.
So with these movements, like your fingers can be open, they can be closed, whatever it is, you're.
Again, balanced. We don't want it tight like this, just gently open to let the chi flow. Okay, so now we're gonna start our first movement of this. I'm gonna give you 3 movements related to the wood element. The first one is stand like a pine. And this one's gonna really stretch out your side and get the chi flowing in those liver and gallbladder meridians. Okay, so the reason why I had you do the chi ball is that's gonna be the start of this movement. So hold your chi ball. And you are gonna stretch one hand up and one hand down. And look away from your armpit. Okay, now come back to chi ball. Head is neutral, and raise the other hand. Look away from the armpit. How's that feeling so far?
Trying to get the movement down.
Yeah, that's why I'm not worried about the breathing yet. We're getting the movement. This is just the mechanics of it right now, okay? Getting where your head's going, head to the, yeah. Then head comes back to neutral.
And the hand that's going up is always in front, passing
Yeah.
over?
And then turn to the side. So this is gonna be a nice neck stretch, okay? Shoulders down. This is gonna stretch your,
Is coldness typical in doing this?
it's one of the chi sensations, yes.
You two should be able to tell me exactly where this comes from, or where this leads to. Cause you were just doing it for the past half hour. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about the breathing, because that's really gonna make this exercise effective, okay? So inhale on the chi ball. Exhale as the hands stretch up. Inhale. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale. Exhale. So standing like a pine. Imagine that tree stretching tall, but one hand is towards the earth. It's a Chinese concept. Humans stand between heaven and earth. I'm gonna watch, keep going. Okay, hand up, yeah. Palm up. A little more relaxed in that shoulder. Great. Can you turn your head a little bit more, or do you have neck issues? Okay, 'cause I don't want people to overextend. Turn your neck as far as is comfortable for you. Get a really good stretch.
You're not stretching like you just got out of bed.
And I would say hold your hands out a little more from your body.
This hand, am I holding it very loosely?
Technically, it's a little bit more in, it's not wrong, you can do it this way, especially if you have wrist issues, but the actual textbook is usually just turned in.
And this one turned, it
Yes, that's good.
could be, it's
And
fully
that's
inverts
because
in
you have a
one
karate
hand.
thumb.
Yeah.
It's actually thumb out, like Tai Chi, but you,
Oh,
yeah,
nice, that way.
yeah, you can do it that way, but that's the, again, the Qigong hand.
Yeah, the top hand doesn't fully extend then?
It's actually up to you how much of a stretch you want, again, don't overextend where you're, you
So
know.
it's not like a neck stretch.
But the elbow
Yeah.
wouldn't do this, it would be still
Yeah, you
at
still
the
want that
angle.
gentle, a little bit of a gentle curve,
Just-
again, softness.
Now, unless your shoulders line up.
Or maybe slow enough to match
Doing
a
right.
full breath.
Yeah, it just yeah, the breathing is the most important thing, so. That hand is the opposite, yeah, there you go. Yeah, good. are you keeping your hand forward for shoulder reasons? Or does it feel a little bit more back? Okay, yeah, your shoulder's hiking up there. So yeah, right about there, I would say. Okay, good. So inhale, one last time, and exhale down. So that's stand like a pine. Questions or comments on that?
Well, just a comment because of, maybe it's the correct, but it feels strange to me because I'm coming up and this hand is twisting, so this hand keeps wanting to do this because I'm used to, if one hand is twisting, it feels like I want to this.
Interesting, okay.
I don't know if it's because of.
See, it doesn't feel odd to me.
I'm getting used to it, but
Yeah.
it just, I noticed I keep, every now and
So
then,
you
I'm
wanna go
doing,
like this for some
I
reason.
wanna match them, so one is turning and the other one is turning. But then I realize, oh, I'm turning it, let me put it down.
Well, they are matched, like pop
No,
up.
but what I mean is, when I do this, this hand starts to do this, right? This hand stays the way it is and goes down.
Oh, I see that
Yeah,
flip.
so I wanna,
Okay.
my body wants
Okay.
to do a
Yeah.
flip.
It's probably from
This,
Yeah.
this.
You're actually rolling both hands the same direction. Just like in Seiyujin. You're literally this is translated into Seiyujin. So they're more or less, to over exaggerate, both palms are to you, and then both palms are going out, thumbs kind of downish.
Okay, I guess from the top it did roll, it's just I'm wanting to keep doing it.
Right.
Okay, yes.
If you start the roll sooner, I think it will feel more comfortable to get.
Yeah, and also,
Or
when
maybe
you're
I'll
in your
start
chi
it later.
ball,
Or later.
this hand's already facing down, so it just kind of sinks, right? This is the one that's flipping,
This,
the top one.
this,
Okay.
okay.
I kept having the same issue, I kept flipping my hands, it's like, no,
That's
this one's already facing down, just keep pushing.
Okay, next movement, you guys are gonna be very familiar with, but this is now the Qigong. We're gonna focus on soft power, there's gonna be a little hard power in it. The reason I like this one, it's gonna show you both the hard and soft power. So this one is called punching with fierce eyes, okay? And we're gonna start actually with something you may have seen in Kung Fu movies, with, they roll the Qi to Dantian, which is the lower Dantian center, which they go. We're gonna start with that, so we're gonna, it's a kind of, related, it's a variation of lifting the sun. So we're gonna inhale and exhale. Make 2 fists, roll, and in to the waist. Yeah, sitting right there. Now, okay, sorry, okay, you have to step out to horse.
Just, for the whole thing, you mean, starting here, or you step out once you do this?
Well, our prep, rolling the Qi to Dantian, into here, then you step out,
Yes.
okay? So the exhale, the hard part of this movement is going to just be a punch forward. Now we are gonna do the soft part, which is we release, gently grab, and pull back in. Punch, soften, grab, and pull.
Which way? Am I grabbing this way, or?
Release to the left. You come under and then pull back.
Go on the outside, this.
Release. So the breathing. Exhaling, slight pause, and then you inhale, pull in. Okay, so that pause is important. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Now the grab, there's variations. I like to do it like this because it's more stretches for my fingers and it's more of a lotus move. I'm a dancer, so I like that. But you can just do a plain grab like this as well. Okay,
I
wait, show me.
only
show me
exhale a
again.
little bit.
Exhale, pause.
I still wanna breathe, oh, I do not breathe in
So exhale, pause, inhale.
there. Need to exhale more.
Yeah. Inhale. Now, as you work through this, you can do your exhale exactly as you're doing, just a nice gentle exhale. You can add your ki to really get, this is the release of the anger. Okay, I forgot to talk about the eyes. The eyes are connected to the liver meridian and the anger emotion. The Chinese call this punching with fierce eyes. If you want to make your eyes wide, that's fine. If you want to glare, even if you want to close your eyes, however you feel that fierce anger, do it. Put that emotion into this. And this is where you can put your ki in as well. But you're balancing it with the softness. So you're going to be like, hi, and then soft. Hi. Hi. This is a perfect example of yin and yang interplaying. Are you feeling it?
I'm supposed to be doing this with my wrist from my phone, but I'm getting confused on the wrist movement.
Okay, let me see.
So, am I opening and then going out? Like,
Yes.
okay, so that's the opposite of me
Yep.
doing, so it feels weird.
Release, yeah. So it's an outward.
Super Santo, what would you normally do?
Punch me.
Oh, wow.
Now this is a killer.
Variations.
Young people will leave
You look nice, but you're not making us stay like this the whole time.
Okay, inhale, exhale, close. Questions, comments on that? What did you feel? How does that differ from your
Okay.
normal?
Well, for me, I know but it was a good, again, breathing technique
Yeah,
to practice. Okay, when I'm getting that energy out, I'm going,
you're really
Yeah.
controlling that breathing, right? The hard and softness interplay.
this.
There's lots of similarities. I mean, because what we do Wing Chun, it's Shaolin style, so
Right.
there's Qigong stuff built into it that may not realize it. So there's things that you're doing that are like, oh yeah, it's a real sitting time. Our wrist goes a different direction, and like
Yeah.
some of the way we open and close, it's a little different, but it's still the same thing.
Right, because this is Taoist, which,
Mhm.
it's related to Shaolin, but
Mm.
some of this is Taoist, which is yin
This.
How much tension now? The punch,
yang. Yeah.
do we do it like a punch here, you keep it fairly loose and then relax?
It's up to you.
Or is it tight the whole way?
It's how much you want to put into that. This is your practice, so if you're feeling really angry, you can put that hard power in and then stop it.
If I may translate karate for just a second. Punch like you normally would. Kime, you don't want to.
I want loose,
You don't want
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't want
correct.
that until I get to the very.
Right.
Correct.
You want this, but then you want it gone.
Because that's not really just our style, it's being efficient with a punch, really, right? That the concept you're talking is.
Again, you guys, all three of you should be playing with, where did this develop, or what is our expression of this? Ours is kime and then relax for the next technique. We're not gonna go
Right.
and burn ourselves out, and release, and release.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Okay.
I'll wear myself out, be inside.
Okay, so we have 2 of the 3 moves. The third move, now this one is where a lot of masters get a lot of chi into their hands, especially the palm, for breaking boards. So.
Or skulls. I thought looking at it.
So this one's called Big Windmill, okay? And what we're gonna do, we're gonna do stances about hip width apart. Back of the hands facing outward. Inhale, hand comes forward. Exhale, turn the hand and the waist.
And are you watching the hand with your eye, like looking at your hand? Or no?
Yes.
Yes.
This is very important because you need waist movement in this. Because in martial arts, right, your waist, the power comes rooted in the feet, legs, comes up through the waist.
Yes.
And through the hands. So it's not this. That just hurts to do. Okay, it's not this. You're using your waist to reach back. You're very controlled there. So let's go over this again. So we're gonna lift the front arm. Turn the hand, turn the waist, about a 45 degrees behind you. And then come back down. And the palms, back of the palms facing forward. Inhale, exhale. Back of palm.
Relax the elbow and the
Yeah,
shoulder.
relax the elbow. So if you're gonna break a board, I would suggest you start going a little faster. You're winding up.
We might have to talk about that later.
Okay.
Boards are expensive.
Right?
Boards are expensive.
Okay, so no, you were saying you want it slow.
I didn't say I wanted it slow, I said we
Okay.
might have a conversation about that later. We might have a
How
different.
about things too fragile that you're trying to break boards?
Well, the important thing, fast or slow, is the development of that soft internal power
Is
to get the chi into your palms for what?
Strike. On strike.
Strikes, but what else?
to get chi into your mouth?
Yeah.
Give mock.
Get the force.
Protect.
Protection, exactly.
Why protection?
For breaking boards.
I just didn't know what the kind of, it sounded like protection was the answer, I didn't know if there was a saying or
Yeah.
some type of, okay.
Also, well, we'll get into that later. It'll be better if I.
Okay,
say what I should say.
switch hands? Yeah.
Alternating.
Me
Now,
too,
you
I
may
think.
be asking, do you
Just keep
alternate,
alternating.
right? No, I would say no, because you're trying to build chi, and it's more effective to do, I would say maybe about 10 reps
Each side.
on each side, because if you're gonna just be flailing, this is more what we do in dance, so, like, just get about 10 reps in, and then switch sides. Yeah. These are also called whirly arms in Chinese dance. I've been doing them, so I'm a little bit more stretched out than I normally am. I'm doing the Chinese dance. Okay. How's this feeling? Are you getting the breathing?
Not the breathing, but either way I'm feeling hot and cold in the hands.
Okay, good. And that's the other thing. You should be, sometimes you feel chi in the other hand, actually. The one that's inactive. That's good. Did you do the other side yet? I don't
Yes,
just
I
grinded on one
switched.
side.
No, I switched it over to one side,
Okay.
then switched back to it when you said
Okay.
to switch.
I wanna make sure you guys are using your waist. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, and then you had something to add about,
I'll add it when we get to the, end, where you want me to show the breaking down. I'll add that.
oh.
It won't make any sense right now.
Oh, okay, so after the flow?
After, wherever you wanted to do the, show the breaking down.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be after.
What, where, are we doing breaking down?
Well, this was the last exercise of the set, and now it's gonna move on to the flow. It's up to you whether you wanna do it before or after. I would say now when we're addressing this exercise.
That's fine.
In abundance to politeness. Would you say everything extreme is not good?
Boards don't have to be expensive. They are kind of tough. Right.
What I was gonna add with the protection part of it, just strength puts power inside, but it really does nothing for the outside. This is how people break hands when they hit things. Generating this type of chi, you get on the outside, where you can get the inside more supple and the outside harder. Things work, right? We got it's a plastic practice board, right? You know, it takes some strength to get it apart. If I just hit it, I can get the break. And it hurts a little bit.
Excellent.
You know, Bruce Lee, right? Same thing. Hard. Come on, hard. If Brandon was here, it'd be him. So yell at him. You know what a brown belt is, right? We talked about that.
Be a
Brown
boss.
belt. What's a brown belt?
A pet thing going?
Target. That's all brown belt is. He just got
Okay.
promoted to brown belt.
Okay, so now we've had all three movements. Are there any questions on the movements before we put them into a flow? Okay, so.
You need to do them real slow because I have big lungs. to get
Yeah,
the full
my
length of
signature
breath.
thing is I like putting things into a flow with music. I feel that it really gets the Zen mind going and the chi flowing, so we're gonna try that. And go at your own pace, you know, follow your breathing. What breathing is comfortable for you, that's what we're gonna go at. And I'll be leading as a guide, but do it at your own pace. So we're gonna just do this Qigong music here. Now, some people, they find the music helps, some people don't, so I'm just gonna kind of put it at a medium level.
Chinese gun battle.
Okay, so just gently shake a little bit. Get into a comfortable stance. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the arms up and around into your qigong. Begin your first movement, Skansen Pine. Inhale. Exhale. Into your chi ball, and we're going to exhale down. And we're going to start the second movement. Inhale. Exhale. Close the fists. How do you feel?
Well,
I feel with the cheese flowing, more relaxed, definitely chi in my palms.
Oh, I don't think you're
Very
right.
clear-minded.
Good, that's
Look
excellent.
at me. Alright.
well,
Questions, comments?
I can add one more. For you three, because we've talked about this before. When it comes to pressure points, I've talked about the three, right, left, and middle. This is an excellent diagram. You might want to take a picture of this. Center, right and left. If you turn it, it's the same thing. No matter which way you look at it, there's always gonna be a center meridian and a right and a left meridian that you're gonna manipulate to do whatever it is we're doing.
Yes.
It's for the planet, it's an excellent slot.
Okay, so to close, we wanna get back, sink the chi a little bit and get ourselves out of the zen now, we gotta get back to reality. So we are going to shake it again, this is shakes like a tree. And we're gonna do some gentle tapping. Up and down the arms. Down the shoulder. Waist. Down the legs. Warm the hands. And then bring them to Dantian. Take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Sinking the chi. Really visualize that ball of gold chi in your center. That internal power. You're strengthening it, and you did strengthen it today. So good job, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gina, for having me here.
My pleasure, thank you for coming in. Questions, comments, concerns, while we're here?
So that was the wood element for the spring season, and in about 2 months for summer, I will be doing the fire element. And I'll do 3 more moves.
So if that was anger, I wonder what the heck fire is gonna be.
Fire's actually joy.
Wow, okay.
Fire's joy.
So you would base it on the season, you focus on a certain element, and then.
Yes, there's a season associated with each element.
And that's based on the old practice, aged
The 5
practice,
element theory.
from way back
Yeah,
when.
ancient
It's
Chinese
ancient.
philosophy. They use it in the Chinese medicine as well, and in the acupuncture.
It's
Very powerful, and, it takes, like I said, a lot to digest. So, just as you go about your practice, keep these things in mind, like, okay, liver, right, we talked a little bit about it, is related to the eye. It's also related to the tendons. So if you practice wood qigong, you might feel something in your tendons. It's just something to be aware of as you're doing the practice. And then the eyes, like I said, the fierce eyes, that's important because that's connected to the liver meridian. And hopefully, if you're feeling angry, right? If you're feeling excessive anger, your anger's imbalanced, try some of these movements and see if it helps balance you. And so each season, we'll go through a different emotion, because every emotion needs to be balanced, like joy, right? You think you can't have too much joy. Well, you can. Then what is it called? Mania.
Is that how you practice these? You would do wood in the spring?
Yeah.
And not mess with
You
fire?
you can do them all seasons, but that's when the meridians are most receptive to the chi flowing smoothly through them. According to
It'll take
Chinese
much longer
medicine.
than this. I was gonna say, I have a question, but it'll take much longer than this, thing, I'll ask offline.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted, like, how the heck did they determine that is, for that season, it would actually flow?
That actually leads into something I was gonna say. For those of you that haven't added this book to your library yet, find a copy of the Bufishi. It's an ancient Chinese martial text. It's like one of the first ones ever. And there's a section in there dealing with this and how this deals with martial application. And
Bubishi?
Bubishi.
Bubishi.
And it starts to get into the dim mak and how this applies to that. So, Reader's Digest version, like right now during the spring, according to the Bubishi, striking the liver meridian would do more damage than striking one of the other meridians. So the fact that I chose to hit one in that upper pectoralized liver meridian has nothing to do with this concept whatsoever. To illustrate my point.
Right, so that's why, as he was saying, it's important to nourish those meridians because they are more vulnerable in this season. So you want to really get the chi flowing strongly through those meridians because the liver energy could be weaker if you don't take care of it in this
Right.
season. Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you so much.
Everybody face people?
Both?
What then? Go home. Or no, don't go home. Everybody, move that Wilson bag and everybody back up there.
Oh wait, group photo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody go anywhere.